Hi guys, I'm Brody and welcome to my channel. I like making fun and interesting builds that are non-meta. And seeing as it's December and it's freezing, what better time to share my Titan Stasis build with you? Take a look. Okay, so as you can see, this is a really aggressive build, and the best way to run it is by throwing a glacier grenade, which is going to block any incoming damage between you and the enemy, give you a chance to get close enough and slide into it, shattering the crystal thanks to cryoclasm. After sprinting for a short while, this enables a longer and more powerful slide, and sliding into a stasis crystal or frozen targets shatters them and any nearby frozen targets. This is going to cause a ton of damage, and it's going to be amplified thanks to our first fragment, Whisper of Fissures. This increases the damage and the size of the burst of stasis crystals when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target. And next aspect, Tectonic Harvest, shattering a stasis crystal creates a stasis shard. This shard grants melee energy when picked up by you or your allies. These shards are going to give us a nice little overshield thanks to Whisper of Rhyme. Collecting a stasis shard grants a small amount of overshield which falls off after 10 seconds. Collecting additional shards adds to the overshield and refreshes the timer. Not only that, Whisper of Shards, shattering a stasis crystal, temporarily boost your grenade recharge rate. Shattering additional stasis crystals increases the duration of this benefit. So now you're going to run and slide into the glacier grenade. Destroying these crystals are going to give you a nice boost to grenade energy and create shards which are going to give us melee energy. The shards are also going to give us an overshield. Just this one action alone has given us so many benefits here. Smash the crystals, we've got grenade energy, melee energy, and an overshield. And you haven't got to pick the crystals up because of our next fragment, Whisper of Conduct. Nearby stasis shards track to your position. This is great because we can just keep moving now. Our abilities are refreshed and we can move on to the next step, which is putting down our stasis barricade. So all Frosty, our exotic chest armor, this is going to replace our barricade with a wall of stasis. But don't be fooled, this is just another weapon. We want to smash these crystals and do exactly the same thing and get exactly the same benefits that we're getting from throwing our glacier grenade. Smashing the crystals from the grenade would have killed any red bars in the area and some yellows too. But once you've slid into it, immediately pop your barricade. You've now got a stasis wall and another load of crystals to smash. Now you want to use your charge melee to target anything on the other side and do huge damage to them while smashing the crystals in the process. And by the time you've hit the enemy and smashed the crystals, you've started the loop all over again. The shards will be tracking to you and giving you more melee energy, refreshing your overshield, and your grenade's going to be recharging faster thanks to the fragments. So that's the best way I find to run this, but we can improve this even further by using mods on our armor. First off, on our helmet, we're going to use heavy-handed. While charged with light, regain half of your melee energy back when you use a charged melee ability, consuming 1 stack of charged with light. So the minute we've smashed through the stasis crystals, we're going to get half of our melee energy back instantly. The shards that we're collecting from smashing the crystals, that if you remember are automatically tracking to us that you don't have to think about, they should pretty much make your melee go up to 100% by this point. So you've got another charged melee ready to use. On the gauntlets, elemental shards. Stasis shards count with stasis elemental wows for you. So these shards that we're picking up automatically are now essentially stasis elemental wows. And on the chest piece, we're going to use elemental charge to become charged with light by picking up these shards. Become charged with light by picking up an elemental wow. If the elemental wow's element type matches your subclass, you gain 2 stacks of charge with light. So we're always going to have 2 stacks of charge with light. There's always going to be one ready to proc heavy-handed, and there's always going to be one ready to use firepower, which is what we're using on our legs. While charged with light, regain a portion of your grenade energy when you use your grenade, consuming 1 stack of charge with light. So I'm actually using double firepower here. We're using it on the Titan Mark II. Each firepower mod gives you 15% of your grenade energy back. So now we get 30% of our grenade energy back just by throwing our grenade. You're never not going to be charged with light because you're throwing your grenade, which will use 1 stack. You're sliding into the crystals, which are going to make shards, which are converted into elemental wows, therefore refreshing our stacks. Now when you put your barricade down. On the Titan Mark also, you want to use double bomber. This reduces your grenade cooldown when using your class ability. So if you remember the combo, you throw the grenade, slide into it, put your barricade down, melee through it. So running double bomber will actually give you 20% back. So you've got 30% grenade energy back from double firepower and an extra 20% from double bomber. So now you've got 50% of your grenade energy back, plus the extra recharge rate we're getting from shattering the crystals. It's worth noting here that melee Kickstarter on your Stasis arms does actually stack with heavy-handed, but unfortunately, grenade Kickstarter doesn't stack with firepower. In my testing, I found it much better to use double firepower. Even though it takes 2 major armor slots up, we're getting 30% of our grenade energy back from it, whereas double grenade Kickstarter, you're only getting 25 back. But I found I was taking grenade Kickstarter off way too often, so I could replace it with mods like anti-barrier pulse rifle to take out champions. The combination I've got going on here means you're very rarely without your melee or grenade. In fact, once you've used your charged melee ability, thanks to heavy-handed and the stasis shards tracking to you, your melee ability is almost instantly refreshed anyway. Now, for your weapons, it's really up to you what you use, but the crystals that you create from traits like Headstone, when they smash, they will also create a stasis shard. So I love using Headstone trait, especially on the new pulse rifle Disparity. Slide into the crystal or shoot it for more melee energy and for more overshield. If you want to keep your distance and not play as aggressive, you can always stay back a little bit and use a grenade launcher like Dead Messenger to destroy the glacier grenade shards from a distance, and then use your barricade if enemies get too close to you, and then melee through them. You've got weapons like Salvage's Salvo, which again will create stasis crystals, but honestly use what you want here. Fusion rifles, shotguns, anything close quarters are going to be fantastic. Get creative with it and have fun. You could even use a sword with Whirlwind Blade on, so once you put your barricade down, just press the heavy attack button to do a spin, smash the crystals, and also do a ton of damage to anyone on the other side of the barricade. I hope you enjoy this build, guys. It's really fun to use, especially for the aggressive player. I've got a really awesome Void support build coming out soon, so keep an eye open for that, and subscribe if you like my content. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.